This will not come as a surprise to anyone, but politicians in the United States do not plan for the long term. It is not like adequate funding has been set aside or will exist from existing funding sources to pay full Social Security and Medicare benefits to the baby boom generation, let alone the generations that come after. I am a baby boomer who has been receiving full Social Security benefits for about 15 years now. I have paid taxes on 85% of those benefits every year since I started to receive them. A massive generational conflict between the young and old will soon be front and center as a major political issue that will probably not be solvable since the politicians are only making the problem worse. The remedy, when and if it comes, will be inevitably painful. I am quoting from the Social Security Trustees report dated June 18, 2025. Quote, the Social Security Board of Trustees today released its annual report on the financial status of the Social Security trust funds. The combined reserves of the old age and survivors insurance and disability insurance, that is paren OASI and DI paren, trust funds are projected to have enough dedicated revenue to pay all scheduled benefits and associated administrative costs until 2034, 1 year earlier than projected last year, with 81% of benefits payable at that time. The OASI trust fund is projected to become depleted in 2033, the same year as last year's estimate, with 77% of benefits payable at that time, end of quote. I will cite the reference in the more section below. I relied on my memory in my last video when summarizing that report, which is not as good as it used to be, so I decided to quote from it this time. In my previous video, I was referring to the depletion date for the combined reserves of OASI and DI. I do not receive disability benefits, so the relevant fund for my Social Security benefits is OASI, which the trustees estimate will have funds available to pay only 77% of what is owed to me sometime in 2033. That estimate assumed no change in the amount of taxes paid on Social Security benefits, which are a major funding source and have been for some time for the Social Security trust funds. That is about to change under the recently Republican-passed Big Beautiful Bill that will drastically lower the taxes on Social Security benefits paid into the Social Security trust funds. The amount of those taxes paid into the Social Security trust funds was $55 billion in 2024. I will cite a reference for that number in the more section below. It may not be generally known to the public that taxes paid on Social Security benefits under the law that existed prior to 2025 support the existing benefits and delays the depletion date when there will have to be automatic cuts in the benefits unless other funding sources are found or benefits are slashed, possibly by increasing the retirement age. And what will younger workers say about the government borrowing money to fund the depletion amount to bring benefits back up to 100% or increases Social Security taxes or other taxes on them to continue funding full benefits to the baby boom generation, knowing that the funds available to support their benefits when they retire will not be sufficient to pay them what is promised. Young workers will soon realize that they are paying into a Social Security fund that will become insolvent for them, and will recognize that their Social Security taxes are only supporting benefits for the baby boom generation, or close to 100% or maybe 80% of benefits for them. And that is what will create the massive generational conflict between seniors who receive Social Security benefits and younger workers. I doubt that this conflict, which is easily predictable now, can be resolved to anyone's satisfaction, or to everyone's satisfaction would be possibly the better way to phrase that. Resolution will likely depend on how many baby boom generation voters are still around and capable of voting compared to the number of younger voters who are still supporting their benefits by paying into Social Security taxes, and when the outlook for their Social Security benefits is dismal. The Republican Big Beautiful Bill only moves the onset of this conflict forward from the last estimated depletion date by the trustees that was made in June 2025. So in that sense, the Republicans just made the problem worse for their short-term political gain.